Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're taking some fantastic material straight from Nova English Academy, and we are turning it into something really special. We're going to master singular and plural nouns. But we aren't just going to sit here and look at boring lists of words. Instead, we're going to treat grammar like a highly organized, actually kind of fun construction project. Because honestly, every single language is built brick by brick. And today, you're the architect.
Okay, let's dive into this blueprint. Here is exactly what we're covering. 1. The basics of nouns. 2. The golden rule of plurals. 3. Tricky endings and consonants. 4. Irregular nouns to memorize. And 5. Final practice and quiz.
All right, kicking things right off with Section 1, the basics of nouns.
Let's start by laying down our absolute foundation. A singular noun refers to just one person, place, animal, or thing. One cat, one book, one apple, one boy. The absolute key word to lock into your memory right now is simply one. If you have exactly one of something, it's singular. It's a single, solitary building block. Got it?
But, well, life rarely gives us just one of anything, right? And that brings us straight to plural nouns. Plural simply means more than one. That's the instant contrast. 2 cats, 3 books, 5 apples, 4 boys. Honestly, by linking the word plural directly to the concept of more than one in your head, you've literally already won half the battle here.
And this is exactly what that transition looks like. We start with our foundation, one cat, one book, and then we cross that bridge to 2 cats and 3 books. We're basically just taking our single blocks and stacking them up. So the big question now is, how exactly do we change the spelling of those words when we cross that bridge?
Which brings us to Section 2, the golden rule of plurals. All right, here is your most common building block. Rule 1. To make a noun plural, you usually just add an S. Look at how beautifully simple this is. Cat becomes cats. Book becomes books. Pen becomes pens. For the vast majority of words you're going to encounter in everyday English, you just snap an S onto the end, and boom, your grammatical wall goes right up. It's simple, it's super reliable, and hey, it's called the golden rule for a reason.
Let's move on to Section 3, tricky endings and consonants.
Enter Rule 2. Here, we add ES for words ending in S, double S, SH, CH, X, or Z. Bus becomes buses. Box becomes boxes. Dish becomes dishes. Now, you might be wondering, why? Well, actually, say the word bus out loud. It ends in this distinct hiss. If we just slapped another S on there, it would literally sound like buses. We physically need that E to create a brand new syllable just so we can pronounce the plural. That hiss of an S, or the sharp snap of a CH, practically begs you for that ES ending.
Okay, let's see how this builds into Rule 3, the Y rule. Now, this is a very precise architectural tool. It's a quick 3-step procedure. Step 1. Look at a word ending in Y and check if there's a consonant right before it. Step 2. If there is, drop that Y completely. Toss it out. Step 3. Add IES. So the word baby has the consonant B right before the Y. Drop the Y, add IES, and we get babies. Same exact thing with city. It becomes cities.
Now, the absolutely crucial point here is knowing when not to use that tool. If you spot a vowel before the Y, like the O in toy or the E in key, we do not drop the Y. Scratch that whole process. We just fall right back onto our golden rule 1 and simply add an S. Toy becomes toys. Key becomes keys. It's a really vital exception, but once you see that pattern, it clicks perfectly into place.
Moving right along to Section 4, irregular nouns to memorize.
Now, what's really fascinating here is that these VIP words completely ignore all those rules we just spent time learning. They are total rule breakers. One child becomes children. Men becomes men. Woman becomes women. Mouse somehow transforms into mice. Foot becomes feet. And tooth becomes teeth. There is no way you can add an S or an ES to these. They just have their own entirely unique plural forms.
And as Mrs. Maria Habib from Nova English Academy tells us directly in the source material, you have to memorize these special words. But hey, don't look at this as a boring chore. Think of it more like gaining entry into an exclusive vocabulary club. By committing these VIP words to memory, you're really proving your mastery over the English language's most charming little quirks.
All right, let's wrap this up with Section 5, final practice and quiz.
Okay, let's do a quick, rapid-fire warm-up of everything we've built today. One dog becomes dogs, that's rule 1. One box becomes boxes, rule 2, that tricky hissing ending. One baby becomes babies, rule 3, drop the Y and add IES. And one child becomes children, our special VIP rule breaker. You are making incredible progress here. Let's see how you do entirely on your own.
All right, here is your first quiz question. I want you to actively think about this. One apple equals what? Which rule applies here?
Apples.
Exactly. We go right back to our very first building block, the golden rule. You just add an S. Ready for the next flashcard? One bus equals what? Think about how it sounds when you actually say it out loud. Buses. Rule 2 is in full effect here because bus ends with that distinct S hiss. It absolutely needs that extra ES just so we can pronounce it smoothly. Okay, let's try a slightly trickier one. One city equals what? Look super closely at the letter right before the Y at the end. Cities. You nailed it. Because there's a consonant T right before that Y, we execute our 3-step procedure. Drop the Y entirely and add IES.
And now for our final flashcard challenge. One mouse equals what? Remember, this one's a VIP.
Mice. It's one of our VIP rule-breaking exceptions.